How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. We're back on my single player world, and this is the second time I've tried to record this intro because a motorcycle and my cat wouldn't be quiet. So this is just meant to be an update video because I believe in the world tour that I did of this world, I believe I was around day 800 or so when I did that video, and it is currently day 903. So about a 100-day update just to show you different things that I've done. I think it's been about 2 months since I recorded the world tour, so 100 days over 2 months, you can kind of get an idea of how much I've played. It's been a little bit more sporadic, but recently I've kind of picked up it a little bit more. There may be some things that I accidentally show twice. I can't entirely remember everything specifically that I showed in the last video, and I'm not going to rewatch it or anything like that. So if there are some duplicates, I apologize, but there is one massive project that I've been working on that I know I haven't shown, and that'll be probably the focus. But first off, we're just going to look at a few quick builds before we get to that. This one I don't remember if it's new or anything, but over here I know for a fact I had the flower farm. I spruced up the cactus farm at some point because it wasn't collecting cactus super well. So I had to add some walls to it so that the cactus wouldn't fall on the prismarine. I spruced up the lake around here. I'm pretty sure that's new. I don't remember if the parkour course is new or the place where I grow the trees is, but this is still a nice little area. I really enjoy this area even though I don't visit it all too often. I was just growing a jungle tree actually and got some more saplings back. That tree actually gave me 10 saplings, which is kind of nuts. But yeah, just nice little just finishing touches on this area. Over here, I don't remember if I showed it in the last video, but I have a cave spider spawner right down here. And I don't remember if I showed it or not because it was not, it wasn't detailed at all. It was super ugly. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to make it a permanent build. But I am about to show you guys, so I have decided to make it a permanent build. So if we jump down here, and I'm pretty sure I already have hostile mob sounds turned off, it's just a very basic area, but the big thing is like, all of these slabs, these walls, they're all stone brick, and even back in there, even though you can't really see it, it's stone brick as well. And just the reason for this is, even though I don't intend to use this all that much, I do want it to be a permanent build, and for me in this world, if it's going to be a permanent build, I want it to look decent in most, aspects. So yeah, this is a cave spider spawner where I get string is the primary thing, and then I also get spider eyes as well. And just super basic. Jungle theme, reason for the jungle theme is it kind of carries over from the Sweetberry farm here, which has a lot of jungle wood in it, kind of more jungle wood themed. So it just kind of carries on from that. So that is the newest addition to the world, the newest refinement. I think the only other thing in the overworld, no, there's two things. If we head over this way. So I believe, I know for a fact the creeper farm was finished. And if you're wondering why the world is loading so slow, it's because I'm on my gaming laptop and running OBS in the background. And, if you're loading chunks rapidly and stuff, the game doesn't handle it super well. I'm only getting 30 frames right now. Normally I get 60 consistently, so it's just kind of a resource hog in the background. But regardless, I know for a fact the creeper farm was done in the last video. I don't think the sugarcane farm was, though. So I've added on just a small little, I think it's 20 sugarcane. And it's just an automatic farm so that when I'm AFKing at the creeper farm, I'm getting sugarcane here. Don't think I've gotten any yet because I haven't had to AFK at the creeper farm recently. I also think, but I'm not entirely sure, I have the AFK fishery up here, so this is something that I can do in the meantime while AFKing. Don't remember if this was a thing that was here or not, but now it is. And then I've got the drop down here. So that's just that. And then the very last thing is back at my main base. So we'll just head on down. It's just a very small thing. One of the things that I've been thinking about doing, and I've been slowly progressing towards, is I found a list on Reddit of all of the different farms, like a comprehensive list of farms you can have in 1.15.2, the version of the game that this world is played on. It's super extensive. I almost assuredly will not get all of that, but I've been chipping towards it. If we actually, before I show you that thing, in relation to this topic, if I go in here, I have a book and quill. And so these are all the things that I am currently farming. So, you know, we have the gunpowder and sugarcane that I just showed. I'm also farming kelp, which I'm going to show. Spoilers, this is the project. This is a massive project that I've been working on, and it's going to be the thing I show after the kelp. But then the flowers, the cactus, I have the honeycomb, wool, and nano farm below, the sweet berries. I have a skeleton spawner, got the enderman, have the AFK fishery, I'm farming the tripwires, and I have cave spiders. So that's all the things that I'm currently farming, and that's not even close to the full list of things that could be farmed. But I'm slowly working towards it, and you know, there's some smaller things like a pumpkin and a melon farm where it's like I don't really need that. It's also super simple to set up, so kind of like in my head I think I've already done that just because it's super simple. It doesn't need to be like industrial sized or anything. But one of the things that I did earlier today is I kind of cleaned up the strip mine area here a little bit. I've been mining out a ton of stone because of the wither skeleton farm, which we're going to see after this. And so this area kind of got a little bit messy, and so I wanted to clean it up. In the process of doing that, I have added, I can't get it in through there. I've added two farms in the back here. This one is a kelp farm. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see the water dropping. So we have a 8-cell kelp farm here and an 8-cell sugarcane farm. Now, when I built the 20-cell sugarcane farm at the gunpowder, at the creeper farm, I had anticipated needing to be there a lot more, and I ended up not. And so I wanted to make sure that in the area where I'm at mainly, which is my main base, that I just had some 8 cells automatically going. The kelp farm, again, it's kind of just one of those things. I never use kelp, and you can see it's been in action. I don't really use kelp, but you know, it's one of those things where if I want to slowly chip away at the list of farms that I have, that's one of the ones that I didn't have that's now on the list. The main update, though, with my world is in the nether with the wither skeleton farm. And let me tell you, do not build a wither skeleton farm. Unless you are wanting, you know, pentuple beacons all across a huge area, I don't know that this project is really worth it. For me, I'm more checking it off the box again as it's a farm I've never built before, and it's, you know, chipping away at the farms list that I found on Reddit. So it is right here. This is the farm. I modified it slightly. So the original farm that I saw for this had a piglin in the center as the thing that attracted wither skeletons. But I'm playing in 1.15, so this is pre-nether update. So that's not a thing. I didn't even know wither roses were a thing. Apparently they became a thing in 1.14. And I found that out by accident. I was originally going to use Tango Text Design, which was like the long pathway thing where you just kind of manually ran up and down. But I prefer this a lot more. So you just have a bunch of wither roses, and then I modified it, like I said, to I now have an iron golem here in the center, and it's raised up a bit so that nothing can get to it, but line of sight. Whoa, wow. I forgot I had mob sounds turned off. Well, that's a problem. Let me turn mob sounds on real quick. Well, we've now lost some wither roses. That's a problem. How many did I lose? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's not too bad. Wither roses are super hard to get in this version because I'm pretty sure, if I read it right, it's just like players, chickens, and sheep that drop them. And so I was spawning in a whole bunch of chickens and having the wither kill them, and that's how I ended up getting this. But this was a super grindy process. Kill chambers down here. Just super simple, drop them down 22 or 23 blocks. They're contained within the walls, and then you just get their stuff down here. It's not yet the most efficient thing, and part of the reason for that is the amount of spawn proofing that you have to do. Hence, all of the slabs. Everywhere you look is slabs. And this is what I've spent the vast majority of my time doing. So from your AFK spot, you need to have a 128 radius. It's a sphere around your area. So from where I would AFK, this denotes one end of the 128 block radius. And so you can see there's this whole section in through here that still hasn't been done. And then if we head over here, the other side is this line here. And so I've got some of it, I think I've got this corner all done, but like this upper area here, and you can even see where things are spawning, that this whole area needs spawn proofing still. This corner over here was a mixture of, it got mined out and then added some more stuff there. And then we've got this area over here, which is pretty well done. This section over here, you can kind of see the line of where I need to spawn proof. This is probably the least, in fact I know it's the least spawn proofed area. You can see the line of all this still needs to be spawn proofed in through here, which is just an utterly huge task. This thing has taken me 2 months to get it to the point that it's at now, and it's still not done. And now I need to add some more wither roses. But if I come down here briefly, statistics should be items, and I'm gonna guess times used. Yeah, stone slabs, almost, well, 29,000, and then there's even some nether brick ones in there, but yeah, 29,000 stone slabs. That's just been the ones that have been placed, and there's still a ton more that need to be placed, and you can just see the amount of work that's gone into this. And so it's been a super grindy process, one of those things where just over the weekend I'll just put on a ton of YouTube videos or streams or stuff and have going. And it's all resulted in this, which kind of seems underwhelming a little bit. And then I need to get some more wither roses here. I was just manually farming them. There's this huge section over here that I flattened out. And then before I slabbed it, I just left it as a regular slab, and then just would fly away and come back in, and that's how I got all of my wither skeleton skulls up to this point, which I think, how many have I killed so far? It's been a lot. 660 wither skeletons I've killed. It's kind of nuts. And so in the process of making this farm, I pretty much already have all the beacons that I'll need for my world, is pretty sure. So, once again, checks off the box of builds that I wanted to do. He got hurt somehow. But yeah, just one of those things that I've been doing. Huge task. Like I said, unless you're wanting to build with a ton of beacons, I don't know that this is really a project that's worth undertaking unless you can find a super well-positioned fortress where you don't have to do as much slabbing as I've done. I thought this one would be good because there is this huge lava lake section, so I haven't had to do as much, but there's still just a huge section that I've had to do and have gotten done up to this point, but still more work to be done. And I think the farm also needs some sort of work in terms of blaze, like you can see there, because they can just elevate, and I think that's going to hurt the rates. But it's one of those things again where, I think I'll finish it, but it'll be on the back burner now, because again, I just don't need any more wither skeleton skulls at the moment. So that's been the main project associated with this world, and then I showed you some of the other smaller things as ghasts proceed to spawn everywhere apparently. It's kind of an odd thing. This is one of the hardest parts of my world. I need to fix this, figure out a way to get up to my tunnel system here. But anyways, that is the 900 day update, so about 100 days worth of work. Gets you a kelp farm, 2 sugarcane farms, a prettied up cave spider farm, and a whole bunch of wither skeleton stuff. So I hope that you have enjoyed this very quick video. Videos are going to be kind of more infrequent just because the school semester's back up and everything. But I hope you've enjoyed it. Please leave a like and subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends, and I will see you in the next video.